Let's just start with this, Jay. What was it like to experience that walk-off and the celebration that followed?
Perfect. It was awesome.
What were you? How would you describe kind of the emotional roller coaster of this particular game today?
It's hard. I mean, it's been hard a little bit, to be honest with you. These guys have invested everything, and some of them, when you talk about Preston, it's 5 years, and Dante longer than that. And I'm very happy for them, and very pleased that how it all transpired. You couldn't have wrote a better script of getting to celebrate, winning the automatic bid at Oregon State the way that we did with that type of win, and then be together and be able to watch that Stanford Oregon game. And then to be able to come home, it was really important to me that we got to do something with our fans, here in support. They've been a big part of this journey, and so that was great. I think it's awesome for the players. Again, there's a lot of names up on this wall, pro players, All-Americans in my office, and a lot of big leaguers and superstars that never did what this group did. And that's very meaningful. So to be able to celebrate that accomplishment, I'm really happy for the players. I think they deserve it. And then now we will move on to the NCAA tournament and get ourselves ready to go. We have a very detailed plan of getting ourselves prepared, and very excited about what's to come with that.
Brandon Bossier had a big series going 9 for 13. What did you see from him these past few days, and how do you think he can take this kind of momentum heading into regionals?
Well, I think he was in his best character as a hitter. Line drive stroke, middle of the field, staying on pitches, not very many holes in that swing, controlled the zone, was on time, just was himself. And if he does that, he's highly effective. And, we needed him to be that good to win this series. And so very happy he was.
Where would you guys have been if TJ had not been able to put together that performance in the middle?
Well, he was always going to pitch one of these 3 games in that role. I had him up in the pen a lot on Thursday night in that game. And so it just didn't work out, the nature of that game being a close game and how much he was up in the pen. I'm very protective of his arm. And so we couldn't use him yesterday because of the amount of throwing in the bullpen. I felt like he would be effective in this series against that team in that role, and he really was. And so we won the game because of that performance and continuing to throw up zeros to let our offense, just do enough. And so it was a great performance for TJ.
Do you think you guys have done enough to earn one of the top 8 seeds to be able to be here for 2 weekends, if possible?
There's no question about it. It's not even a debate, in my opinion. So yes, I do believe that. And 40 wins. This program's been to Omaha more times than it's won 40 games in the regular season, outright Pac-12 champions. We only had 1 loss on the entire season, which was last night to a team under 100 in the RPI. And I don't know if it's 4, I don't know if it's 5, I don't know if it's 6, but there's no way that's not happening.
Did you think that ball was out?
Yeah, I did think he was out. I was watching it the whole time.
Okay. But once you see that it didn't get caught and you knew everything was going, is it a matter of, all right, I got to prepare for getting dogpiled, or?
I was so out of it right now. I was just hoping Dante scored. And then as soon as I saw he scored, I kind of blacked out. It was an amazing feeling. It was awesome.
Did this feel like a weird weekend to you, that it wasn't a Pac-12 team? In any way, did it feel off?
I would say it felt like a normal weekend. Just we didn't come prepared on a few games, and it showed. I mean, it's a good team, and they put it to us this weekend in all the games. It was they were close games in every single game, and we just got to come better prepared and play our game.
So how would you describe just that whole sequence? You get the winning hit, and then your teammates come out there, and then the T-shirts and the trophy and all that stuff.
It was just a great way to wrap up our regular season. We've worked really hard to this point, and we deserve to be Pac-12 champions. And this win was a good way to top off and get us ready for the postseason play here soon.
Come into the game, I think the score's 4-1. It's the 3rd inning. You guys lost yesterday. You obviously don't want to, lose your last 2 games of the regular season. So what's your mentality in that situation?
I just knew I had to stick with myself, make pitches, and hold them to 4. So that's what I tried to do. And every pitch, just take a deep breath and try to make my pitch, not make the situation bigger than it was.
You've been a lot more effective the last several outings coming back from that illness. What's been the biggest difference, would you say?
I think just my mentality has gotten a lot better. I'm starting to hit the zone lower and make my pitches more often. So that's why.
How can a finish like you guys had tonight kind of give you guys some momentum going into the postseason?
I think just having tough games this weekend and then coming out on top has really showed our guys that we just need to compete. We need to battle no matter who we play in the postseason. Just keep going, keep working. And then obviously winning and then celebrating after the Pac-12 champions. That was great. And I think that's going to carry some momentum into the postseason.